I'm ready.
Okay. I'm Evelyn Davies, and I live approximately 1 mile from the uh, dump, ash dump. And about every 10 minutes, all day long, I see a huge cloud of dust that is being dumped. And it is covering everything in close to where I live, including my yard and my house. And I know that it is causing a lot of health problems because the last year or two, or more, really probably back 5 years ago, I'm a retired teacher and I've never had any problem with a voice. And I have, for the last few years, I am beginning to get a bronchial problem for which I'm being treated. And I have also developed heart, a heart rhythm for which I'm being treated. And one of my teachers that taught with me was one of the main ones that protested the ash being dumped in the first place. And now she has 2 types of cancer. She has breast cancer and also colon cancer. And she is not that old. And my son lived on part of my property, and at age 50, he didn't have any medical problems whatsoever, but he suddenly had a heart attack at age 50. Now, he did live, but I feel like we have really had a lot of problems. And his little boy then took leukemia at age 2 years and 2 months. And I can't say that had anything to do with that, but he sold his property and moved to get away from there. So, but I had a doctor in Fort Smith ask me a few years ago why there seemed to be so much cancer, particularly colon cancer, in Bokoshe, and I told him that I did not know. But when I was in his office, he was sort of a friend along with being a doctor, and he just made the remark, do you have any idea why there is so much cancer that is showing up in Bokoshe? And whether or not the fly ash has anything to do with it, I don't know. But we have had 2 or 3 people, neighbors by me, that have died with lung cancer. And also we have several people right now that have terrible pulmonary problems that are on oxygen. And we had one young teacher that was a nursing instructor in Fort Smith, and she's died with colon cancer, and she lived very close to it too. So that I don't believe there's anyone in our entire town that has not been affected some way.
And how many people live in your town?
Probably about 600, maybe. It's a very small town. But when you see them dump, it goes up, I don't know how many feet, but it looks like just a big light brown tornado up in the sky. And then whichever way the wind's blowing, of course, that's the way that it goes. And I know that it comes down and comes over our entire school. It would have to at times. And part of the time it goes toward Panama School. But it just covers the whole side of the hill over there. And you can watch them dump approximately every 10 minutes. And then when they come back down the slope from where they've dumped, the dirt is just flying all over the trucks. You can't hardly see the trucks. And even if you meet them straight out on the highway, when they first pull out on the highway, you sometimes get so much dirt thrown off on you that you can't even see the highway. You can't even tell where you're driving. Because I've had that happen to me. And it's just, I just cannot believe that any company could dump fly ash on a little town like ours. And we don't actually have the means or anything, or the people to do anything about it. That's our problem. So we just need a lot of help. from anybody we can get.